Got a few good things working. In fact, I've got a lot of good things working. Coming up later on this hour, UCLA quarterback Brett Hundley. UCLA with a beatdown on USC. 3 in a row for the Bruins. They do own LA. In fact, I'm going to start with my thoughts on the program today. UCLA over USC. But Brett Hundley joins us later on this hour. LA over USC. Let me ask you this. Do you remember when USC used to embarrass their little brother UCLA? Do you remember when Peter hung 66 on the Bruins? Do you remember when Lane Kiffin beat them 50-0? Neither do I, because USC has not beaten them since. They barely even competed with them. And Saturday night, they did so for about 5 minutes. USC's pick six of Brett Hundley to open up that game felt like, I don't know, poking a bigger, stronger street brawler in the eye. Didn't hurt him, didn't scare him, didn't really do anything other than just piss him off. Because from that point on, Hundley and UCLA put on a SoCal fireworks show. 2 touchdowns in 40 seconds and a brutal TKO after 4 quarters. That's how you know UCLA has ripped the torch from Troy. Because it was their talent that just took over.
And Perkins running left, 10, 5, to the left, end zone, touchdown UCLA! 10-yard run. Paul Perkins comes up with his 7th touchdown rushing this year, and the 1,000-plus rusher just keeps on piling them on.
UCLA Sportsnet with that. And that's the difference now. Now, it's UCLA who can just flip a switch whenever they feel like it. That's what USC used to do. They used to have better players and better coaches and more lightning on offense. Even if they started slowly or they fell behind, you knew it was just a matter of time. Back then, Hundley said he was not worried about the INT. Neither was anybody else in the Rose Bowl. It simply meant they would beat them by 3 scores instead of 4. And that one very famous Southern California football fan would be coming hard on Instagram. You knew Snoop would get to his Instagram and post his thoughts on the battle for LA, right?
Well, SC fans, we suck. We losing to UCLA, getting dogged out. Weak-ass plays, soft-ass quarterback. It's going to be hard getting kids to go there now.
Snoop on Instagram. Weak-ass plays, soft-ass quarterback, and a strong-ass take. Hey, look, a lot of kids will still go to USC. Just maybe not if they also have an offer from UCLA. Not if they were there Saturday night. And that's the real pain in getting rolled up in your own backyard. That is an enormous recruiting night for both those programs. There were a ton of elite recruits standing on the sidelines. And they saw SC lying on their back. Snoop would know his own kid is a wideout with offers from both schools. And the only stronger takes came from UCLA. Hundley, quote, UCLA runs LA. Jim Mora, quote, we own this town. Tough to argue otherwise, isn't it? It's not like UCLA beat SC once and then planted their flag on La Cienega and claimed LA. That's 3 years in a row, 3 double-digit beatings. It's not a one-off. It is a new era. UCLA is owning it. And based on the recruits that they probably lost on Saturday, there's no telling when USC is going to be back. Quoting the Bruins head coach, we don't need a frickin' fire to get bleeping turned up.
It doesn't matter, because one thing about UCLA is we don't need a frickin' fire to get it turned up.
But they've got one. They've got one, though, man. Get out of the way. They've got one. I'm going to open it up to you if you're listening to The Beast 980 here in L.A. UCLA fans, USC fans, your thoughts, your reaction. I was bumping around town yesterday. Ran into some SC fans. They were not taking it well at all. At all. And where I live, there's a lot more USC fans than there are UCLA fans. And those are the folks I ran into, and they were not taking it well at all, and nor would I. 1-800-636-8686. You want to call now? You want to hit me up? I want your thoughts. All right, in addition to that, Yeah, I can spend an entire program on that game alone. Dallas Cowboys. Dude, Jordan, I feel you. I had to start with USC and UCLA. I'm in Los Angeles. Major beatdown. That was for control of this town. It's a UCLA town now. That's why I started there. All right, anybody want to share their thoughts on that? USC fan, you got to come out here and own this. You should step up and own it. Where does that leave you now? Did you ever think that you would see the day, Trojan fan, that it was a UCLA town? The UCLA owned the town. Be honest, you never ever thought that could happen. You never thought that would happen. Sign the LA Clippers. You never thought that you would see the day. That's why you're not coming out. You're not acknowledging it, and you never thought the possibility existed. But right now it's a UCLA town. Once again, that's not a one-off. That's not a one-off and a win by Hail Mary at the end of the game. That is 3 straight years, double-digit beatdowns.